Welcome back, everyone. We're starting off here at the home page before we enter. A bit about this here. So as you can see, we'll start off from the right. You can see the BIM server connection here. So before this, you'll see if I disconnect, we'll do it for demonstration purposes. I want you guys to insert your details here, your login details. So what this will essentially do is create the connection. So now it's connected. So I'm connected to the BIM Service Center. I'm connected to the synchronizer, and I'm also connected to the, we can see it here, where is it? To the program, of course, you can see it's connected. Now, moving on, this is the help section we have here. So program documentation, our user manual, which I would suggest reading before. Some new features that you can view. Of course, these get updated with every release. As you can see now, at the time of this video, we're on 2020D. Program license contract, responsibility clause, and things of that nature as well. Here you can see the recent files by time that I've been a part of. And of course, we have the file section. Now here. We have the option to choose to create a new job here. So that's with this button here, new. There will be, this is what we're going to be starting on today. We're going to be entering through the new button. Also, we have the file manager. So if we have different files that we want to import and view, also amend as well with the Eplus extension, we can do that here as well. And also we have some examples that we can actually view. So I would suggest actually looking at some examples. You can see here we have 3 examples that have been completed. So everything has been configured for these examples and they're ready to analyze. All you have to do is click on one of them and analyze the project. So no work needs to be done for these examples. But in this case, we're going to be heading over to the new button here. So once we click on that, the program asks us to specify a file name. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this Udemy Apartments 1, and this is going to be called A+. The description will be energy. Now, that's of course in TRI format, and that's the format that our Eplus models use. Now let's accept that. Now here we have the option to link to a BIM project or not. So if we don't link to a BIM project, you can see we have manual introduction of certain elements. We can also automatically introduce a CAD BIM file in IFC format if we like, and also we can introduce it by creating a GB XML format as well. What I'm going to do and what is recommended is to actually link it to a BIM project. So this basically has the option, or basically has the pros of actually importing the model, so you don't need to model any architectural elements. It's actually quite hard to do an energy analysis of a building if you don't have the building. So that is all well and said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a certain project that I'm a part of. Of course, you coming into it, of course, if you haven't watched the IFC course and you don't actually have a project there, you need to create a new project. That can easily be done. So just create a project name, the type of project. Again, so if it's professional means that of course, it's going out to for work with other stakeholders. There's tests and also some others that you can specify. The viewing options, so visible to my contacts and not visible, and the management of collaboration requests. So these are the who is able to send you requests to be a part of the project. Is it open only to contacts and also closed? And also we have the option to add a little description here. What I'm going to do, because I already have the project specified, I'm going to go and find it. So let's see here. These are my projects, and I've selected this one here, the RenoZEB Durango project. Let's accept that. Now, of course, if you had your own project, you'd select your own project there. And again, if you'd watched the IFC video, you'll know that we had created a project there. So what you'd need to do is quite easy. Just find that project and accept those changes. So let's accept that. Now here we have the import of the BIM model. So this is where the Eplus is going to be analyzing the different elements, sections, places, drawings that are associated with this project. Now, as you can see here, I have the IFC link, the project name, and the main initiator. So that's the name. We can also do some assigning types. So we can create different types for the elements. We can flag as check the elements with the typology attached as well. We can also create a directory for search typologies as well. So this is when we're dealing with similar items that we need across multiple platforms. We can actually create a directory in our local drive to be used later on. We can import edges, which I'm going to select, and I'm going to update the DXF templates of the BIM model. So again, we're also the functionalities there where we're actually updating the models in live time as well. Updating the drawings, sorry, not the models, of course, and the models as well. Here's where the interesting part is. Now, here you can see the different IFC files that I want to include in my installation. Now, again, if we go back to what I wanted to show, all these IFC files come under the specialized applications category here. So you can see I have my water equipment. Let's have a look. Let's turn this. Let's change this view to transparent. And as you can see, when I click on these particular models, I'm able to select. Well, not actually here, but if let's select all of them. You can see here, this is just my IFC model that I can view here, my architectural model. So this is the model that I'm going to be using when amending the elements. And here you can see the different IFC files. So I'm going to select all of them just for demonstration's sake. Of course, in a real large project, certain particular professionals, like say the energy professional, is not going to need the the furniture model, of course. So we can minimize that, or the water equipment. So let's accept that after. Again, I'm not going to create a directory, and of course here you can see you can you can analyze the project in the 3D view. Let's accept that. Now, of course, the import is happening now. Now, once that's finished, let's accept the change. Shouldn't take too long. And here we are. We're now present in the project. So I'm going to leave it at that. Now, as you can see, let's change this and put it back to full. I'm going to go through these options later on. And that's basically how we start a project. Now, of course, there are different ways of starting a project, as I mentioned, but this is the way I'm adopting in this course. Of course, if you have any questions or errors, we'll be sure to help you out in terms of importing and exporting your project. Alright guys, see you guys in the next video where we're going to look at the overall environment within the program.